The Mobile County Public Schools presents Homeroom.
Hi, and welcome to Homeroom, where we introduce you to the students and the educators who make Mobile County Public Schools the best schools in Alabama. I'm your host, Renee Phillips, Director of Communication, and today we're going to talk about a really cool project that we have with Mobile United where we recognize our top student leaders. These students are recognized for their service, their character, and their leadership. And so I'm going to introduce you to two ladies who make this happen. Dr. Monica Motley, who's over transformational improvement and our school counselors, and Chris Gibson, who's Executive Director of Mobile United, a great partner of ours. So Chris, tell us about Mobile United.
So Mobile United is a nonprofit organization. We focus on leadership development through the lens of diversity, equity, and inclusion. We've been doing it since July 11th, 1972, to be precise.
Wow.
Yeah. And we have been working in that field of identifying, training leaders. And so when Superintendent Threadgill came to us and spoke to our membership when he first came on board here, we asked him, what is it that you need? And he said, we need the support of an outside organization to look at our student body and to help select those leaders who exhibit strong character, servant leadership, and just service all around to other people. And so we obliged and are happy to do so because it is one of the best days of the year. We go twice a semester now. Before COVID, we were going more often, unfortunately, but we're still able to identify them, and it is the highlight for sure of my semester.
It's really cool, and so it's a committee that does this, and I think what's neat about that is we have leaders from various aspects and different businesses and organizations who receive the applications. Yes. They know what it takes to be a good leader, and they're looking at these applications, and they're always impressed.
They are impressed, and I think this semester we had over 45 applicants, which is, I think, our largest pool ever. So I know it was very hard for everyone to have to pare it down to just 6 for the whole entire year. That was a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of work to do, but we did it, and it's so much fun.
It is, and Dr. Motley, you love this.
Oh yes, it's the best way to start a day. Just to meet these young people, they actually inspire us. And so you'll hear that too from the leaders when they're actually going through the selection process, to know when you see students that are in pre-K that are displaying leadership to all the way up to 12th grade. So it's really inspiring for us to see. We're like, oh my goodness, we need to ramp it up because these kids are doing this at such a young age.
Yeah, and we even had the itty bitties. We've had a couple of 4-year-olds at just 4. And it's like, wow, you're doing all these things. And so we're going to introduce our viewers to the winners this year. We had 6 of them. So first we have Gigglem Amaziah from E.R. Dixon Elementary School, and she has a great story.
Yes, Gigglem loves to bring joy. That was the thing that really stood out. And it's the simple things, the little things that she consistently does. For example, on just greeting the students and the teachers too. She'll ask, how are you doing? And then after that, if she notices that someone's not having a good day, she will actually make them a beautiful picture, a hand-drawn beautiful picture, and give it to them. So just going over and beyond just to make sure that others are taken care of. So that just really stood out for us.
That is cool, because as a leader, we want to make other people feel like they're special, and so that's great. So MCPSS TV was there, Eric Lowe, our videographer, and Kimberly Dunn, and they got a video of Gigglem, so let's watch.
And out of all the nominations of students in Mobile County Public Schools, the elementary school students, you were selected to be the Mobile United Student Leader to be recognized. Congratulations! Let's give her a hand!
She's a role model in the classroom. She's a great peer helper. I mean, it just goes on. And she takes integrity in doing those things. And she truly enjoys helping others. It's not a task that she's like, oh. Like, she takes initiative and wants to help others and really tries to inspire her love of reading with being a buddy reader and getting others to read. So there's so many things. She's just genuinely such a good all-around person and student.
Би бол энэ сургуулиар явсан. Тэгээд би амар баяртай яагаад би энийг аваад тэгээд би та нарт ч бас ингээд team хийгээрэй.
And what does that mean?
That means I feel very happy I'm in the school, and all the other people that's watching this can do the same thing too. Be a leader.
So our remember that day because we saw her little brother in the hallway and we said, come with us. And he was so proud of his sister.
It was so sweet. And her dad was there. And I loved that when we asked him about it, like, how did you do such a great job? And he said, the credit all goes to her mother. And I just thought it was so sweet that the family support was just really sweet. It's obvious why she does so well.
Yeah, she was awesome.
And only in 3rd grade.
Yeah, and that's what's fun about seeing them when they're so young is that we look forward to seeing them as they get older and go through our school system and become leaders in our community.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so our other elementary winner was Corey Dunham for Griggs Elementary School. And Chris, she's a mascot there. Tell us more about her.
Yeah, the cute little star. She does so much. I think she was in Project Outreach. She helps with the special needs community. She is the mascot. So again, that sense of bringing joy and uplifting everybody around her, just by the little service opportunities that she does, helping with peer tutors. Like she's just an all-around. I think very similar to Giggleham is the concept of all the teachers respect her. She was always going around, how can I help you? How can I be of service to you? And so I think that's the beautiful thing about each and every one of these students. They exhibit the leadership and the service in completely different ways, like every single one of them, but still shining stars.
Very fitting at Griggs, home of the shining stars. But the star stood out. So let's watch. We have video of when we saw Corey and gave her the award.
Hi, is Corey Dunham here? Hi, Corey. So we're here to surprise you. Out of all of the schools in Mobile County, all the elementary schools, you were selected as the Mobile United Student Leader of the Semester.
Yay!
Yay!
Good job. Congratulations.
I've worked really hard. I've been struggling with my math and reading. And when I see this, I felt a lot of relief. And seeing my teachers and see that made me feel a lot better.
I was overjoyed and just in amazement on how much she does for the school and that the school sees that she does. And her way of producing things for other children to keep being motivated. And she's like that and has always been pretty much like that since birth, willing and eager to do for others. And she has a giving, generous heart, and that's just the way she's always been.
I think it's always great to see how excited the teachers are. And in that case, they got their other star mascot to come along with us, so that was fun.
And her little sister was there too, which I loved. That was really adorable because she was just, you could tell her eyes were just like, oh, I want to do that too someday. It's very sweet. She's a good role model.
Yeah. And it is just great. The principals get involved, and I think it's a great program because we are cultivating that leadership from the youngest of age. Is that important that we do as a school system?
Absolutely. And even knowing that doing it on their own too, I think with Corey too, she came in 2 weeks beforehand just to help out with kindergartners and younger ones. So we want to make sure that we're setting good role models for the other students too as well.
Yeah, and it's always great. One question we usually surprise them with when we walk in the door is, why is it important to be a leader? And they all just have a quick response, and it's like, I lead so others can learn from me, and I love doing it. So, right, so we're going to break for commercial, but when we come back, we're going to introduce you to our middle school Mobile United student leaders, so stay tuned for Homeroom.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ayla, hi.
Oh, hi, Sierra. How are you?
Good. How are things?
Things couldn't be better.
What do you mean?
Well, I just started this new job as a school teacher with the Mobile County Public Schools, and it has been a life changer. Great benefits, the hours are great, and great students. Just overall, it's a great opportunity.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. Yeah. I'm going to look into that.
You should.
For more information, visit mcpss.com/job opportunities.
Mobile County Public Schools, the place that has it all. We have 90 schools that include rural, urban, and suburban schools of various sizes. We are also home to Alabama's first public school. We welcome you to come join our winning team. Our district is led by the 2020 Superintendent of the Year, Mr. Cresel D. Threadgill. Our teachers are leaders in their profession who are afforded numerous professional development opportunities. Our principals are collaborators and encouragers. Our schools are leading in innovation and instruction. And most importantly, our students who are learning today, leading tomorrow, are simply the best. If you want to live in a historically rich city near beautiful beaches with superb Southern hospitality, we invite you to come teach with the best, Team MCP SS.
As a student in the Mobile County Public Schools, there are a few things I've come to expect. One is a quality education, and the other is a quality lunch. Not only are our school meals well balanced, meeting all federal nutritional standards, but they also have less fat, fewer calories, and they taste really good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, our school lunches contain whole wheat, grains, fruits, and vegetables to give me the energy and brain power to get me through the day.
Welcome back to Homeroom. Today I'm introducing you to our Mobile United student leaders. Now these are 6 outstanding students who were selected from dozens of applicants to represent our school system as leaders, as doing service to the community for their character, for their academics. And so I have Dr. Motley and Chris Gibson here. And we had a good time recognizing all of these student leaders. We always do. We've done it for about 5 years.
Yes, absolutely.
And so for the middle school level, we had a great one, Georgiana Moya Aragata at Causey Middle School. And she came to America 2 years ago and had to learn English.
A year.
1 year.
Just
Oh,
a year
just
ago,
1 year ago.
2023.
Wow.
Yes.
So tell us her story.
The fact that she came from Chile just in 2023, and to know that she worked really hard to make sure that she could transition. And it was tough. But she just didn't keep it to herself, so that she wanted to make it easier for other students. So she is really great with helping other English language students to transition so they feel supported and they feel like they belong to the school. And because of the work that she does in helping them, she actually forged better relationships between the teachers connecting with the students too as well. So she's done phenomenal work and just helping. It's not just simply translating, it's helping them feel connected and knowing that they have that peer that's there to support them.
And we actually, a lot of people don't realize this, but Mobile County gets a lot of students who come in with English as their second language. I think we get about 2,000 or so enrolled a year. And so it's important they come here, they have to learn English, and a lot of times they're translators for their families.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But Georgina, it's great to see her reaction when she finds out, and then her parents too. That you can tell and see that they're so proud of her.
Yeah.
And her peers know it too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because she's a leader in her house as well as at her school, and that was such a fun day. So we have video. Let's watch.
Out of all the middle school students nominated in Mobile County, you were selected to be the Mobile United student leader because of you doing outstanding work right here at Causey Middle School. We have heard.
I didn't think that I was so special for them, and it's a lot for me that they choose me and a lot of students. So I'm very happy about what I did and what they did, and I'm just so impressed.
Georgina always prioritizing the other students around her and what they understand, what they don't understand, is really impressive and really inspiring. She definitely challenges me to do more for my students. She taught me what can I do to make this easier, not just for my English language learners, but for all students.
I think anytime you can get a whole gym full of kids to clap for something is a miracle, right? So how was that when you heard how much her fellow students really like her?
Yes, and especially at the middle school level.
Yes.
And Causey's a large school, so I think it was great for her to see that support too, and her parents, they could feel it too. So that was great. Yeah.
And afterwards, her father gave us an emotional. He talked to us about how special it was to be recognized for this, and I think we were all in tears.
Yes.
It was so sweet that the pride that he has in his little girl.
Absolutely.
Well, for 58,000 students, for her to be chosen, one person out of 58,000 is a really big deal after only being here for 1 year. So,
yeah.
I mean, it was warranted. And Tiffany Poe is our coordinator who went to that function, and she texted me. She said, "This is the best day ever." I'm crying.
Yeah.
I think everyone was crying.
Yeah, because like the
Beautiful.
teacher said, some students just push us to be even better educators, better leaders, better humans, and she's definitely one of those who does that. That's great, making a big impact. And then also on the middle school level, we had a lot of fun meeting Tavares Wills Young from Burns Middle School. So tell us about him.
I think Tavares was a bit of a character,
Yeah.
which is great, which I think is part of the reason why he was selected. The principal was so proud of him. He does a lot of service within the school walls, but then also within the church. They talked about him working with the celebration of their church, feeding homeless at Thanksgiving, literally just seeking out opportunities and taking advantage of them, both inside and outside the school, which is one of the things that we really do look for when we're looking at the student leaders, that it's something that they're not just doing within school or helping with one or two clubs, but you know, taking on leadership roles on student council like he did, with all the different peer groups and the things that they can do when they take advantage of the opportunities and really, again, be that role model for other students. We're hoping we will see him in youth leadership in just a couple years. I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
I think you will.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope
He
so.
was a character, so let's meet Tavares.
We have a special surprise presentation this morning for Mobile United Student Leadership Award for Tavares Wills Young.
I feel so honored and appreciated. It has truly been an honor serving my community as well as others within the district and things like that.
Tavares is the student I'm going to go to if I need anything done, absolutely anything. He's going to be right there next to me. He greets me in the morning. He helps me on duty. He is an advocate for his peers. He helps us teach the 6th and 7th graders what it's like to be a phenomenal student. And I just know I can count on him every day. I think it takes an incredible amount of effort to get an award like this, and it has to be shown not only to one teacher, but all of his teachers, and he does all day long. He will go back and help 6th and 7th grade teachers if they need it, and I know he puts in 1,000% of the effort, and one day is going to do amazing things.
That's great. And one thing I'm noticing is these leaders are being complimented for helping other kids. And they said he goes down and helps the 6th and 7th graders. And that's what we're hoping for out of our students, right?
That's right. Being that role model so that especially the new students who are coming in, the younger ones, they'll know, okay, this is what I need to do and what I want to aspire to as well. Yes. And he's super responsible too, to know that the responsibilities that he's given at the school as well as outside the school with his church.
And that's what we want. We say in Mobile County, we're learning today, leading tomorrow. We want them to lead, like Chris said, in the school and in the community.
And I think the teacher that nominated him, you could tell how inspired she was by him. And I love that. I just think I think going into, I would imagine in teaching, I know it happened for me as a parent. I just thought I'm just going to impart all this wisdom on them and I'm going to teach them everything. Well, my children taught me so much. And I can imagine doing that every day and then having these shining, bright students who do this for you. It's inspirational. It's very cool.
Yeah. And just smiling and being a good influence on everybody all day long. And I just love he was great. So let's break for commercial, and when we come back, I'm going to introduce you to our high school Mobile United student leaders. So stay tuned for Homeroom.
My name is Harshini. I'm a junior at Davidson High School, and after graduation, I plan on pursuing a career in dermatology. Currently, I'm taking science classes such as AP Chemistry, Biology, and Human Anatomy, which will help me pursue my career. I feel as though Mobile County is preparing me for my career choice in that they provide rigorous classes that help me think further beyond just what I'm learning. I'm Harshini Cannon, a junior at Davidson High School, and I'm learning today so I can be a leader tomorrow.
There's a lot to like about Mobile County Public Schools.
What I enjoy about Mobile County School is the extra attention my teachers give us to help us learn.
Teachers are liking their access to technology, and students are liking the quality of their education.
I like the technology that's been incorporated into my education.
And since 1826, you have trusted us to prepare your child for their future, and we like that. Mobile County Public Schools. We are learning today, leading tomorrow.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ayla, hi.
Oh, hi, Sierra. How are you?
Good. How are things?
Things couldn't be better.
What do you mean?
Well, I just started this new job as a school teacher with the Mobile County Public Schools, and it has been a life changer. great benefits, the hours are great, and great students. Just overall, it's a great opportunity.
Oh, wow, that sounds great. I'm going to look into that.
You should.
For more information, visit mcpss.com/job opportunities.
Welcome back to Homeroom. Today we're introducing you to our Mobile United student leaders. These are students who have been recognized for their leadership, their service, their character, as well as their academics. And it's a great project that we do. I've got Dr. Motley and Chris Gibson, and we're having a great time relearning about these students who we got to surprise throughout the school year. There were 6 of them. And now we're going to talk about the high school winners. So first we had Amber Coleman from LaFleur. Tell us about Amber.
Oh, Amber is described as being just this outstanding student who's involved in so much. I mean, she's involved in HOSA, Health Occupation Student Organization. She's involved in student council. She was the senior class president. She's part of a group called Rattler Bells. I mean, it's on and on and on. And she's involved in so much, and she loves giving back. The teachers, and as well as the students, they love her being involved. I think she's always her willingness to give back to others, but she has such a maturity about her that she's even described as being the teen mom, is what the other students call her, because she's so mature, but her willingness to help others is there. So you can tell it's very sincere with her. So we're excited.
And she's such a busy person. I remember when we had to plan the surprise, we had to work around her schedule, and we actually caught her just a few minutes before she had to take her AP literature test. And I was impressed, because before a test like that, I'm not going to be like in any type of ability to be on camera, but she did such a great job. And so let's watch the video.
And so out of all the high school students who were nominated for the Outstanding Mobile United Student Leader, you were selected by leaders in our city, okay? So you are
I feel very grateful. You know, I put in a lot of work at the school and just doing a lot of things here. So I'm very happy that I could be honored as well.
Super happy for her. She's very well deserving. She's gonna go off and do great things and represent our school, our district, our community. She's going to represent very well on her next step, on her next journey. So I'm happy that we were able to show her some appreciation and recognize her for the work that she has done, because that's probably going to serve as a little extra motivation for her as she continues her journey on making a difference in our society.
So I love watching the videos, because I saw Dr. Williams was so proud, her principal.
Yes, absolutely. And then the other students cheering her on too. It's great. Here again, there were some younger students who were there. And so to see her receiving the award, it's a great thing, especially with her being a senior.
Yeah, and she plans to go to Xavier and study medicine.
Yes, and I told her she will be my doctor when she gets back to Mobile, as long as she returns. There was a young gentleman, I think 4 or 5 years ago, right when we started the program, who was going to law school, and we shook on it. I said, you will be my lawyer when you come back to Mobile. And so I'm just amassing all of my my future talents basically now, because I get the ability to meet them. And there's some real amazing talent in the school system, and we're so happy. And I know AT&T is one of our sponsors that helps make this possible. I know they're always very, very happy to highlight these kids. And I know that Glenn, who is one of our board members who helps us with that, helps us choose. He's on that committee along with Dr. Motley and Amy Risser from Big Brothers Big Sisters, Mark Birdie from Alabama Coastal Foundation, Dr. Valerie James. I mean, there are literally a whole mass of people. Rosa Montero from Boys and Girls Club. I mean, there's literally a whole group of people that are every semester dedicated. Like they don't falter. They never change. They never say, I can't do this. They are always in, because again, it is very inspirational and uplifting. They are, they're amazing students, and I can't wait for Amber to come back from medical school. I would like her to be my doctor.
That calm demeanor will serve her well, and that motherly instinct, I think, is going to serve her very well as a doctor. So we're looking forward to that, because after we surprised her, she went and took her test.
Yeah, I don't think I could have done that.
No,
that's impressive.
That would
very impressive.
Yeah, that would have like messed up my schedule and my brain and everything that I was working toward. But I'm sure she aced it, and so we look forward to seeing what she does.
She's used to multitasking, so I know she did well.
I think so too. She's like, done, now next thing, test, AP exam. And so our next high school winner was Mark Like at Murphy High School, and he's got a couple of accomplishments, including, I was corrected that day because we said he made a 35 on the ACT, and the principal said, no, he did it again, he got a 36.
Yes.
So perfect score on the ACT. Tell us more about Mark.
Gosh, I think perfect score on almost everything. Yeah. Soccer of the soccer team. Literally, I think, yeah, the IQ
Yeah, and they
club.
won the state championship on the IQ
that's
team.
right. They sure did.
He is, I think, an all-around amazing student, and I think they talked about it in the application and at the function when the principal was there, that he is just, he literally is one of those natural-born leaders. He steps into the role and does it beautifully to the fullest extent, as we see with a 36 ACT.
Yeah.
And super sweet the whole entire time. He's just a very, very accomplished young man, has his whole life planned out, already knows what he wants to do, where he wants to go to school, what he'd like to study and do for a living, and he's got a plan and he's going after it, and I support it. I'm excited to see what he does with his future.
He is fascinating. He came on our Homeroom show when he was a National Merit Scholar. I know he's going up to the Northeast to study maritime. Something I never heard of, but I know he's going to do great at it.
Yes.
But yeah.
I think one thing that makes Mark really stand out, he's not just, a typical straight A excellent student, was the fact that the students want to work with him because he's approachable. He's willing to help other students. And so that makes him a little bit different. He's not just, okay, I'm just gonna keep all my A's to myself. He's always his willingness to help others and support them too, so they can be great. So we think that's fabulous.
Well, let's meet him. We have video. Let's roll it.
Mark, we want to congratulate you as the Mobile United Student Leader of the Year. Congratulations.
I felt really good. I'm really grateful to receive this. Definitely a nice break in the busy schedule. This last week has been a lot, so I try to be like a good leader in the classroom, and contribute. Whenever people need help, I try to help them out, and I think that's something that my teachers take note of. It's something they've commented to me before, so I try to keep up those traits. I think those are good qualities.
I couldn't find another student that would be more deserving than Mark. He is a young man that by far you can be watching out for, because he's going to be one of the leaders of tomorrow, and he's already starting that today.
Whenever other people need help, I help them out. That's what we're looking for, right?
Yes. And them saying that he's so easy to work with. So for his other high school students to say he's great to work with too is outstanding.
That is outstanding.
Yes.
Such a great program that we do, and we're thankful to Mobile United for this. But I know you have another great program for our students called Youth Leadership. Tell us about that.
We do. So the Leadership Mobile class of 1995 helped us put together this program, and it is for rising sophomores, juniors, and seniors. We've been doing every year since then. So we invite them to apply, and we very intentionally take between 30 and 40 students from all different schools throughout the county. We usually have about 14 or 15, sometimes 16 or so different high schools that are represented. So you get to meet a lot of other young leaders in the community, and for 9 months we do a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, you learn from leaders. We do a mock trial at the federal courthouse. You get to meet other servant leaders in the community. You get to learn about needs in the community. You do a bunch of service. And then each of the students have to do an individual service project in order to graduate. And that is another life-affirming day. I promise you, you're all invited to graduation. It's open to the public, and it gives you faith in the future. It gives you hope for humanity, because these kids are doing amazing, amazing things. So, yeah, every spring we set out our invitations. So look us up on Facebook, Mobile United, or check out our website, mobileunited.org.
That's great. So we're finding our leaders, we're training our leaders. These are such great programs. So thank you for everything you do for Mobile United, and thank you, Dr. Motley.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure.
And you can check out Mobile United's website for more information and to apply for Youth Leadership Mobile. That's all the time that we have. We'll catch you next time on Homeroom.